Hi guys, this is Oliver and today we're going to review Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, released in 1995, and this film is a low point in the Halloween series to many critics when this film first came out. Because there were a lot of people who have a lot of mixed feelings about this movie, you know. And after I've seen the movie, I definitely understand why. Because there were a lot of, very similar to the 2018 Predator movie, there were a lot of filming issues that the directors of this movie had to go past by while filming the movie. And also this film is the last Halloween film in the Halloween franchise featuring Donald Pleasence. Because after this movie, the actor sadly passed away. Yeah, rest in peace, my boy. And for me, my history with the Halloween series is that I've seen one poster for the original Halloween film, and I thought that looked awesome. I really wanted to see that movie this year of 2020, but that movie was not on Netflix, sadly. And the only Halloween film that was on Netflix was Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. There was a poster for the movie that I saw of Michael Myers holding a knife, which I thought looked pretty cool, I think. And that's why I really wanted to see this movie. And I was pretty excited for this movie. I knew the film was not going to be as good as watching the original Halloween film. But still, I was still pretty excited to see Paul Rudd in this movie. That's why I was really excited for this movie, and this film ended up being a really big disappointment to me. When you start watching the movie, you can probably realize that this film is a mess. Because there were, like I said before, there were a lot of filming issues when, meanwhile, they were filming the camera of this movie, behind the production of this movie. And I was really disappointed in this movie, but just because I was disappointed in the movie doesn't mean that there are a lot of things I like about this movie. Because there are a couple of things in this movie that I really like, to be honest. First of all, I really like Michael Myers in this movie. Great costume. The actor who plays Michael Myers in this movie I thought was awesome. He was a really good actor, I think. Michael Myers was really creepy in a lot of the scenes with this movie. Yeah, it was awesome, I think. Then, like I said before, Paul Rudd was in this movie. He was awesome. He was one of the highlights of this movie. Many people call this movie, mostly, as I have heard, the Halloween film featuring Paul Rudd. And I definitely understand why. I mean, he gives just an amazing performance in this movie. He's one of the few things that saves this movie from all the bad story writing and stuff like that. And also, I really like a few of the other characters in this movie. The opening of this movie I thought was pretty creepy, I think. I mean, the opening of this movie, like the first time I saw this movie, I got really terrified of the opening of this movie. It was pretty scary, I think. I mean, the opening part of the movie where Laurie Strode is getting chased by Michael Myers. That whole middle part of the movie, not really middle part, but middle opening of the movie, I thought was pretty creepy, I think. I mean, there was one scene in particular where Laurie was hiding in the bathroom with a baby, and then Michael Myers showed up, and God, it was so scary. I mean, one big thing I realized when I first started watching this movie is that the Halloween movies in the Halloween franchise are a lot scarier than the Friday the 13th movies. Because a few of the Friday the 13th movies in the Friday the 13th franchise are comedies on purpose. And the same thing can be said about The Predator. That film is pretty violent, but it's still a comedy on purpose. And I realized that this film was pretty scary. When I first saw this movie, I was drinking some Coca-Cola, and then a jump scare popped up, and I was like, oh my God, this is a mistake. So for me, I really like the kills in this movie. I mean, there were a lot of pretty cool gory stuff, you know, in this movie. I mean, this film was not as violent as I thought the movie was going to be, which I think was a pretty big disappointment to me. But every time the gory stuff was happening in this movie, I thought it was pretty cool, I think. There was one scene in particular where Michael Myers was choking this one guy, then his head starts exploding for no particular reason. I mean, I don't get it. His head starts exploding for no particular reason. Michael Myers was killing someone with an axe, because he normally uses a knife when he's killing people, but his change of weaponry was pretty cool. I mean, some people didn't like that kill scene because it was an off-screen death, but I still thought it was okay, I think. And I really liked the build-up to that scene. I thought it was pretty cool. I think that The Curse of Michael Myers is it's an okay movie, I think. I mean, the story is not really that great, I think. I didn't really like all the cult stuff that was going on in this movie. I think that a few of the characters in this movie are pretty good, I think. I really like the kills in this movie. Like, the elements of this movie that I really like about this movie are the elements of Michael Myers going around and killing people. And I also really like the scene in general when the main characters of the movie are getting chased by Michael Myers in the Freddy Krueger tunnel. That was easily one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I like the climax when they are facing off against Michael Myers, but for me, in the end, I give Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers a 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's my review of The Curse of Michael Myers. I hope you've enjoyed my Halloween special so far, and I'll see you guys next time. And happy Halloween!